Hello everybody, hopefully the infinite OBS has gone away at this point. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the beautiful noises of Nintendo Summer Music Mix. It is giving me a strong sense of both nostalgia and frustration for Mario Kart. You may have seen on announcements and such, or from the title of this very video, but today is going to be a little bit of doodle time. Here I've got my pen and my tablet, and if I turn on my pen, there we go. Got doodles of the various Encanto characters. Now some of them I already sketched out all nice, sort of. I can already see things I want to change, but I'll save those for later. This is Mirabelle, the main character. Her glasses and flowers are on a different layer because I want to color them in. I've got Bruno already with his little rat friend. I love this one. But I also have several sketches, as you can see, that I want to turn into this sort of line art, I guess, style of thing. And also I need to color Bruno, Mirabelle, and the gang. So a brief tour of what I have got so far. Boop. I'm also going to try and open my own little stream so that I can see what y'all are saying. Here we go. I'm going to mute it very, very, very quickly. So quickly that I can't even hear myself. So I can see live chat. And that's just going to live far over there. Hopefully it's not a bother to y'all. But I decided to go with the Madrigal family of the cousins generation, and then Bruno as well, because everyone loves Bruno. So here's the sketch for Mirabelle. You kind of got the glasses thing going on. You've got the little hair in the hand twisty thingamajig, but then in the final one I added the little butterfly thing, the details of the flowers, and just a little heart because that feels right for the chibi style. The Bruno one, if I can get it up, looks basically the same as the final sketch. Just little Poncho Man and his rat buddy. I really wanted to include a rat in in this one because of everyone's enthusiasm, but I didn't want him to be under a hood or, sad or brooding, because I feel like my art is very cheery. Isabelle, you can kind of see she's combing her hair, but also has some vines and a cactus sticking out, because her whole thing is she makes these beautiful flowers, and then what's that? Something that's not traditionally beautiful but is still wonderful nonetheless. Dolores, you probably could have predicted. She's doing the little listening pose. I think I'm gonna move her head a little bit to the right when I work on that one. And then I think my favorite pose that I have used for other things is Louisa, who's just ta-da, got her little look how strong I am. It is very much inspired by a similar pose from Animal Crossing. So that's where that comes from. Camilo, oops. Currently I have him eating something and just with heart eyes, but I feel like that's a little bit reductive, so I may change that if you have any Camilo ideas. But first I'm going to touch up Mirabelle because it's going to bother me. So I'm working on 2 layers, one with everything except for the glasses and flower, and then we've got the glasses and flower because I want the glasses and flower to be in their own colors and not simply black. So her glasses are green, the flowers are Oh, let's find out what color the flowers are. Like pink. Pink and other colors. We're just gonna go wild with pink because it looks cute. And while we're here, we might as well color in that pink little... Here, let me... I am not the best at controlling this pen, so I apologize. I can get one wing. Oh dear. And then grab the other and just do whoop, 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 whoop. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself because in the end I want these all to have a transparent background, but in order to do the watercolor and not have it just be like basically, oh dear, just be basically like this where it's just a little smudge, I usually put in a white background first. Oh good. That's another reason why I had the glasses on a different layer, because that makes my life easier when filling everything in. So I want to think about what needs color. Like this area right here is just space between her hair and her arms, and so that doesn't need color. Cool, cool, cool. But if we pick up that dark pink again, and then draw on the butterfly now. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. I don't see anybody in the chat. That does not mean there are no people in the chat. That just means that potentially I don't know how to use... I tried to share just a singular window, but the way that Sketchbook, the program, works is that you can only see like Mirabelle, or could only see, and not all of the color pickers and the tools and the layers and that kind of thing. So alas, I am gonna edit this little bit of hair. Just there. That's it. That's all I needed. And then I'm going to add white to this little bit because clearly I just left her arm layer in there. Well, that doesn't look amazing. That's better. Good, good, good. I also need to add the little shine that goes atop of each of their eyes. This is a bit of a holdover from when I was literally just tracing the like chibi plushies that I made, and so the pictures had a shine on them because there was a big shiny light on these black plastic, but it is really cute, and so I kept it. I'm going to do the rest of Mirabelle just so you can see the coloring process if you haven't yet, and then we can get right on to line art time with the other friends. Also, let me know if this is a little too upbeat musically. I'm having a little bit of trouble speaking while it's playing, just from a rhythmic point of view, but I will most assuredly live. So we want to get her face, arms, and she is wearing shoes, so no feet. And grab the, I call it dark beige. I have a array of like skin tones and like brown colors. I've got dark brown, brown, light brown, dark beige, beige, and light beige. There's not really a logic to them because they're all colors I added like as time went on. Okay, that's actually not quite what I wanted. I wish I could go back and change it, but all my notes for patterns and such refer to them by those. Oops. I didn't mean to completely get rid of it, but that's okay. I'm going to make this arm a little darker because of the shadow of the hair. And then here a little darker because of the shadow of the sleeve. And then if the shine is on the top right of the eyes, that's where the light's coming from. So there'll definitely be a shadow from this right part of the hair. Yeah. I do think I want to lighten up those glasses because they're a little bit brighter in, I guess, my imagining of them. Oh no, that's what happens when you're on the wrong layer. No, that's not what I wanted. Help. Oh, there we go. That's much better. Okay, that's the vibe I was going for. Then we got her cute little top. Oh dear. Yeah, these are all very Mario-y music. Which is, I mean, Mario is Nintendo in a lot of ways, but that's just not what I was expecting. It does feel like one is on the beach, however, which is an excellent vibe. Now I want to see how this skirt looks. With just like a blue. Get the shadow of the arm. I'm getting a little bit of delay because my computer is trying to run this and my streaming software. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I think I might have to come back to Mirabelle because this whole like color coded thing didn't turn out exactly how I felt in my mind. Still very cute. I just want to make sure it was what I was going for. But we might as well get this hair, which is, I'm just going to say dark brown because it'll look fairly okay. Yeah, the one thing is that is much more effective in the like plush chibi rather than the doodled chibi is the hair texture, because there's just no way to get, well, within the style that I have selected. So I should not blame the program or anything. Within the style I've selected, there is not a simple way to get like a indication of textures across different hairs apart from the outline, which is very much not true in crochet because crochet is all about texture. See, I think it might be a case of needing to change the because this looks great color wise, and then this kind of funks it up from my perspective. Let me know what y'all think. Bruno I think we'll save for later. And then I guess we'll start from the bottom. We already got Mirabelle. We got Bruno. I'm going to add the background back in so that we can see Isabelle. I was just listening to What Else Can I Do this morning. It is a whole bop. Alright, I've got a little cheat. Ha ha ha. Where I've got a head pre-drawn. I'm using this less and less as I get used to drawing these. I'm doing some practice ones for my Dungeons and Dragons group of all of their characters, which is quite a lot because we've done, I don't know how long we've been playing, 5 years, so we've done so many different campaigns with so many different players that there's just so much to draw, which frankly is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay. Something that's genuinely fun to do when it comes to doodles like this is to, especially when it's going to be a case of like drawing lines and then like trying to draw something on top of that, and then like erase the middle or something, to do so on 2 different layers in a way that's really thoughtful and makes it easy. So it's a little bit of work smarter, not harder. I'm going to take a short drink break and give you all a chance to say hi. Give me a chance both to become hydrated and see if I can actually read the live chat. Yeah. This is very bubbly water, and I wasn't expecting it to be quite as bubbly. Where's Lemony? I was gifted a water carbonator, and my usual bottle is much taller, and so I'm used to adding more bubbles and more flavor than this little guy needs. I very much like it though. I'm a bubbly water enthusiast. Also, greetings, Asina. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you have a preference. If you have a preference on the vibe of the music. Because I'm good with sticking with it. It's just a little more jaunty than I might have expected. Alright, let's get some eyes in there for Isabella. Sometimes I just draw multiple versions of an eye and then hope in the like doodly section, like the sketch, and then I hope that by the time I get to it I know what I'm doing, and I never do. It's really not a great strategy. I'm gonna make the mouth a little bigger so that I don't just have a black blob instead of a little... Yeah, that's better. And then her flower. Not quite. Good, okay. Since I think I'm going to add... Oh, I accidentally put these in a different layer. I think I'm going to add the hair in a new layer, which means I should probably do the brush in this layer so that I can actually see what's going on. Okay. And then this looks vaguely brush-like. Oops. I remember being in a Raggedy Ann and Andy production as a child, where there's a scene where, I don't know the name of the girl who owns Raggedy Ann and Andy. It's like Christopher Robin-esque character. Ooh. There's a scene of her like brushing her hair in the mirror, and I always thought, I was just always really intrigued by that as a concept. It's like, you just watch yourself brush your hair? Is that, are people supposed to do that? Am I supposed to do that? It's just one of those like childhood moments of like, is there a norm here that I'm unaware of that I've been secretly breaking this whole time? Here is the little succulent buddy. I'm gonna say, is this another arm? What was I doing? I'm just gonna add another one. I'm genuinely not entirely sure what this sketch is supposed to be, like what's going on right here. I'm just gonna cover it with hair and call it good. I feel comfy. Oops. I want a little more poof to that. There we go. I've got a... Oops. Well, I spoke a little too soon. I've got a slightly better grip on my little tablet now, so I can do a line that is reasonable looking. Don't want to jinx that, but, you know. A line that is reasonable looking. Like in a go or two, instead of doing a series of very janky lines and then sort of erasing them together, which is what I used to do. And I don't advise it if you can avoid it, but sometimes personal ability and tablet quality are not such that that's a possibility. I'm gonna add little lines on this cactus buddy. Boop. Ugh. That's not quite what I wanted. In retrospect, I probably should have put this on another layer, but it's too late now. I'm gonna erase this so there's some room for the sleeve, and I'll erase that later. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the layer that we are on. And now I'm gonna make a brand new one. Back to the paintbrush. Going to add a little flower buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually find that if you have 4 or fewer petals on a flower, it no longer looks like a flower for whatever reason. On like a very cartoon flower, to be fair. So I usually go to at least 5. Okay. Alright, that's a sleeve. I had trouble figuring out exactly what color I wanted her dress to be in like the yarn colors that I have because oh, music is good but quiet. Hang on. I'm gonna try and oh no. Oh, I'm gonna try my best to read your messages while not vector lines. Yes, I'm gonna try and put up the volume on this end. Yeah, if I try to raise the volume right now, you will get an infinite Discord. Yeah, I think there should probably, I think it would be nice if there was a week where, oh, I see what was happening here. Maybe there was a week where I had a what can I do to stream better? And I think that perhaps knowing how to use my software would be a good one. There are just so many particularities to it that I don't fully understand. Yeah, I don't know a lot about vector lines either. I know what they are in concept in terms of like being able to scale up without having a bunch of pixels and just having like here's the intersection, here's the line, here's where it starts, here's where it ends, here's how it curves or doesn't curve. Having it be a much smaller, file size. For some reason, this is not going to go in one line for me. But I don't understand how to make one or what to do with one once you've made it. So yeah, this is what I spent a lot of time doing when I first started, is like making the lines look smooth, running over them again, erasing the parts that I added that didn't look smooth, and it kind of gets the same effect. Okay, so we got Isabel. She's got her cactus. Honestly, this cactus is really protruding over in here, so I'm gonna move it back. Excuse me. This is probably my favorite part of digital art, is just being able to be like, I do not like what I have done here, so I'm going to change it and have it not require a lot of erasing or sheer impossibility. Oh no! Okay, that is sheerly impossible. I still like it. It still looks nice. I'm glad you agree that 5 is the best number of petals. Okay. I think we can remove the background, remove the sketch, and merge these two layers as long as there's nothing totally funky. And get ready for lines, for colors. I said it right the first time. Oh, this flower petal is being ornery. Yes, 10 out of 10 for me obscuring her right arm with hair. You don't have to think about what it's doing. It's just behind her hair. Long hair is wild. Oh, now I see where her hair is sort of intersecting into her arm. So I'm going to fix that before we get to color times. And, of course, I'm going to give her eyes the little sheen. Oh wait, her mouth's not full yet. I often forget to do those like last little details. Which usually is fine, but when it's not, it's really not. There we go. That's much better. The other shine was coming from the top right, so I think the shine might come from like... Well, I kind of want shadows in her hair. Top left. That's a little... Whoop. Whoop. She looks happy. Okie dokie. So... Oh, I forgot to follow up on my previous thought, but for the dress, it's a very like purple pink dress in the movie. And I have purple yarn and I have pink yarn, but I do not have like exactly that color. And I do try to, well, clearly in my crochet work, I have to stick with the yarn that, with the color that my yarns are in. No, I want the shoulder to be lighter because the light's coming from the other spot. But I do try to follow approximately the colors that I use in my plushies when I do the like art for it, because it's kind of meant to be an adaptation, if you will. But it can make it tough. For the most part, the yarn that I use has a really good range, is the word I'm looking for. Got it in one. We'll see. I just want it to be very obviously a plant. I don't think that's it. Instead, I'm going to draw the black of her hair first and then compare, because it'll be much easier to undo if I've just immediately done it than if I've already done it and then done the hair on top. Yeah, what I'm learning today is that I have a lot of, not anxiety, but like high energy, let's go, focus time when I hear Mario music. I'm very bad at platformers, just like atrociously bad. I've never gotten to Mario World 2 in anything except for Super Mario 2, which is the easiest one. And I was playing as Peach. So, take of that what you will. So it's a little hard to relax. Not in a bad way, just in a like, oh yeah, it's time to jump, do the thing, which is not super conducive to. Let me chill out here. Get that skin tone. Get the arm in there. I didn't give her any feet because I think her dress is pretty long, even though she does have a lot of those like pointed slipper thing going on, but that's okay. The brush is going to be a darker brown. I suppose it could be a like a silver, but that doesn't seem quite the vibe. And then these will be, I don't know, bristle colored? Bristle colored. Great. Perfect. Fantastic. And then this flower also is a pink purple color. I think I'm going to go with pink because the dress is purple. So here's pink and here's pink. Yay! Okay. And then dark pink is going to be the inside of the mouth. I usually do what I call dark pink. I don't know if you can see all the color names that I have in these parts. But some of them are very logical. Some of them are very not, as we've learned by looking at my shades of brown. Okay. I think that this one is going to be a darker green and the other one's going to be a lighter green. How about this? That looks pretty obviously green to me. And then the other one. Ooh. See, I'm tempted to add spikes, but my lines are so thick that I would either need to have extremely pronounced spikes or add like a level of thin lines and detail that I'm still getting used to. I tried doing that with a D&D character who had like tools in their belt and like doodling in the little tools. In the smaller one. But I don't think it looked quite the way I wanted. However, Isabel looks pretty good to me. I'm going to label her layer so that I don't forget who it is. You think it's silly, but it is extremely likely when you've just got a layer upon layer. Alright, here's Dolores. I'm gonna scoot her up. And then scoot up my little cheat code. Alright. Background is back in. Whoa. I was trying to scroll on something else, but I accidentally zoomed. Alright, she's listening. She's here. Dolores. She's got the head layer, and then we've got a miscellaneous extra layer. There we go. I made her head a little bit wide. How? I made her head a little bit wider. Yes, you're doing great, little guy. Because I wanted the hair to add like a really good striking volume on the top and not have it look overextended or silly. Because that is not what I'm going for. I do think I'm gonna do the head first, like the whole head, hair, bow, eyes, everything first, and then just move it. Move it over. Nope. We're still in green. So I'm gonna make them a little farther apart because I don't think I put them exactly where I wanted them the first time around. Just gonna give her a little mouth. And I love drawing cartoon bows. It's just very satisfying. I've been doing it since I was a kid. Which makes it sound much more, I don't know, enterprising than it is. But it's just fascinating to me. That, like, we know what that shape means. How? How do we know what that shape means? That's nothing. Art, man. It's fascinating. Okie doke. I have made an error. Here we go. And away. This is much more difficult than I anticipated. Well, that doesn't look right. Okay. This is acceptable. Yeah. It's really not, though. I don't like it. I'll erase it later. I'll figure it out later. Not when I'm just getting the head all put together. Then we got hair. Gonna erase this bit. Actually, I'm gonna do a little so it's clear that she's turning. Alright. Since the bow is on a different layer, I can go a little wild with the head. With the hair, rather. Boop, 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 boop. If you tuned in to the stream where I made the plush versions of all of these, you'll recall that probably 45 minutes of that stream was just me cutting all of the individual strands. For Dolores' hair, because they all look something like this. This is Camilo that I'm currently struggling with. And I had to cut each bit of yarn and like individually unravel it so I could get like look like actual textured hair. Oh, I didn't draw on the ribbon. That's a problem. There we go. Fixed it. I was like, how is her hair being held up? There's a logic to this. Okay. Honestly, I might just not. I might just draw. I'll draw my own head in, because I don't like that one. My own like little chin. That's better. I also did listen to We Don't Talk About Bruno in Spanish and English and French. I don't know why the French one was on my Spotify. But it was. And I enjoyed it greatly. What? Okay. So taking a look at where the body is, I think I'm going to move the head to the right and down a little. To the right and down. That's more what I was hoping for, yeah. No, it's more of a lean than a stretch, I guess. It looked like she was doing yoga before. Which is not quite what I was hoping for. Drink break. I was cautious that time. Okay. The sun is coming out where I am, if you couldn't tell. So I'm going to turn my screen brightness up so I can see. I do apologize for the very abrupt zooms in and out that you were probably experiencing on the part of the stream. Oh goodness, that's not exactly what I wanted. But that is because I've got 2 fingers and a very sensitive trackpad. That's what I'm working with. For zooming purposes. Oh yeah, this is a lean. She is leaning, she is listening. I do think it's very funny. Encanto spoilers, I suppose. I do think it's very funny that, like, within the world of Encanto, within the world of Encanto, Dolores is supposedly, like, she's been listening to Bruno, who's been inside of the house for years and years and years, and it said nothing. And then she overhears her cousin talking about Bruno one time and, like, cannot hold it in for the entirety of a dinner. And I'm just so intrigued by that as a character choice, and, like, whether they were thinking about that or whether they were just like, well, in order for the story to continue storying, we need her to say nothing. Or to say something, as the case may be. Yeah, I like it. Now, the question is, do we want to do a little radar? I think it's cute, so I'm going to stick with it for now. I will get rid of the sketch background. Maybe I need it. Well, I guess they're all together now. And the background, I'm also going to look up what color her dress is, because I know there's yellow and I know there's red, but I don't know where each one is. The Spanish versions of the songs are so good. I wasn't surprised, because of course they are. But boy. Oh, I guess that whole thing is, yeah, white. Huh, I didn't put in the extra little floof thing. That's so cool. I love that thing. Alright, now I feel better about this. Yes, the Spanish versions are amazing. That was what I was trying to say. I have fully just removed the Nintendo music from my ears. But I don't know if that was the true cause of my lack of focus, so much as the fact that I have not, strictly speaking, slept well. I'm gonna make the shine right in line with the little radar, because that's cute. Yeah, it looks like she's looking in the direction she's listening. And I will add a little extra to that eye so that it's all even. Okay, color time. So now that I know for sure what colors everything is, I want to start with the bow, because that's genuinely a very iconic part of the character design. And then I can kind of balance out from there in terms of color darknesses and shades and things. And have this be extra dark because of the shadow and because of where the light's falling. Cute, precious, adorable. Skin, I feel like makes sense. The next, oh, she's a little bit darker. I think I did light brown. The color I call light brown. The yarn formerly known as light brown. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at Camilla right now, and that's exactly the yarn that I used. Okay, wait, I did too much shadow on that arm. And she's not wearing glasses. No, she just got her frickin' beautiful bow. Okay. Also doing black for the hair. Yeah, because the texture thing is coming into play again here, where I cannot indicate any level of hair texture apart from that like outline. using the sort of watercolor thing, which is a definite limitation of this style. She's a listening. Okay. I'm gonna do like a lighter yellow. Oh, that's cute. And then, oh, I should have done this earlier, but c'est la vie. That same red for the skirt, and we're good. I will say you are seeing the like most speedy part, of the process. Because like, one, getting used to it, two, learning what the heck I'm doing and getting up the confidence to sketch in front of folks and to like have the colors picked out, have the chibis, like the plush versions designed so that I know the approximate style and the sketches done. Like that's where the like let me sit and think comes in. But now you're just seeing the like zip zoom we good part of the process. But Dolores is complete. Speaking of the zip zoom part of the process, it's very likely that all of La Familia Madrigal that I have done will be finished on this stream, so I can either get into like Peppa and some of the others, or I can show you the D&D characters that I've drawn, or draw a totally different one. I've been considering doing some of the characters from Turning Red, or some of the characters from like some of the classic Batman villains, and of course Batman himself. I can show you a little doodle. I was hosting a Batman watch party for some of the youth at a local organization, and I made a little bingo sheet for them upon their request. But I needed something to be the prize for winning the bingo sheet. And so the person who won the bingo sheet wanted me to draw, quote, Batman and the Joker being happy together. So I did. That art belongs to that youth now, and I won't put it anywhere else, but I can show you, at the very least, on stream, Batman and the Joker being happy together for the youth. I am also, now that you said it, Asina, curious about how she heard Luis's eye twitch. I didn't even question that. I feel like that's so early in the movie that I'm like, yeah, I guess she's real powerful. But I've watched it multiple times, and I have not questioned it upon any of my rewatches. Which is a sure sign that the movie is compelling enough for me to not notice. Okay. I do want to get good eye positioning. I do want to get good eye positioning on this one. Because her head is turned like upward, and so I want that to be very clear. Both in like the little bubble of eye that is in there. Yeah, that's pretty good. That smile needs to be freaking huge. Maybe not that huge. Maybe I should just trace what I already did. Perfect. Imagine that. I think I'm gonna do the hair, like all the hair parts, upon a second run, but I can do the bow on this run. Yeah. Okay, I'm also going to do the strong arms. It's very important. It's a little tough to get. Oh, I don't think that's quite it. Muscle definition in this style that I have chosen. Also because the arms are just, they're little, they're nothing. There's nothing there. Like getting a bend in an arm is tough because usually they're just like a little bit of nothing. But I did my best. It did add a lot. That's like a limp wrist thing going on. It did add a lot more definition than I usually have, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I will say I also used this as the base when I was doodling a barbarian character for our Waterdeep campaign. Because she is also just real strong, real good, punches a lot, as barbarians do. I feel like there are some classes in I feel like there are some classes in Dungeons and Dragons that just have like maybe 5 different characters that you can play within it. There's like loud and likes to hit things, and then quiet and likes to hit things, reluctantly dislikes to hit things. Those are like 3 of the barbarians that are. I've got a smooge on my tablet. Just like for a person who has trained that extensively. There we go. See? That's where layers come in handy. Yeah. Look at her. She's so strong. She's got such a cute skirt. We love Louisa. We also love when her feet don't clip through her skirt. She needs a neck, because that doesn't make physical sense otherwise. I like it. I'm going to spend a second staring at her eyes to make sure that they are what I want them to be. Ugh. Okay, now that I've stared for long enough, I've decided that this muscle is not what I want it to be. Because I want to get the fact that there's an elbow there, but I also want to get a fact that there's like a... Yeah, I think that's fine. Just squints. No more need for sketch. We are in color time. I do apologize also for having delayed chat responses, as instead of simply glancing up at your lovely statements, I must click on another window. Which I don't really want to do obsessively because that's distracting for both the stream and myself. So I do not. However, I will look up Louisa. Yeah, there she is. Alrighty. Back to the colors. Now I have surface pressure stuck in my head. This is not a complaint, simply an observation. Also, her skin's a little lighter than her siblings, so I'm going to try to reflect that a little bit by like not over coloring. That is something that can be done in the like watercolor chibi art that cannot be done in the crochet chibi art. Colors are weird. The fact that like some art like crochet requires ish you to, oh, her hair's brown. I am silly. To like work in very specific colors. I guess comics have started out like that anyway. That would be interesting. Yeah, and then like the limitation ended up being part of the style. I don't know if I want to compare my specific plush work with all of the comics industry, but it's an interesting parallel. Get a big old smile in there. Yes, yes, yes. I've started saying yes, yes, the more I play Animal Crossing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just very funny to me. Oh, I think I need to give her shoes. I think her skirt's a little lighter than Mirabelle. So I'm going to try to reflect that as well. I do not think I did that. That's okay. Then we got the feet. The two little feet. Those can be black. Well, that was dark brown. That's okay. You'll see the great amount of effort and thought that goes into all of this. There are some that I super overthink, I do not overthink them while on stream because I know it will not help. My sister got me a little sticker of Louisa carrying a donkey and then a little note that was like just a reminder that you are carrying sufficient donkeys. Because I am in the habit of carrying larger metaphorical weight than is necessary. It is very sweet, and so that is what I think of when I look upon Louisa, is that sticker. Alright, we got Louisa. Camillo is the last one. In the interest of thinking about what I actually want to do for Camillo instead of the like food thing, maybe I'll just have him holding a plate and not like nom nom. I think that's what I'm going to do. I also varied between blue and green for the sketch because I didn't do these all at the same time. Let's get that bad boy in here. Yeah, I will fully have these done by probably like 3:15 at the latest. So I can do a little... I'm going to be honest, the sketch part is not super fun to watch. So I might show you other things. Draw some things I already have sketches for. Mostly D&D characters, again, full disclosure. Yeah, these are not going to be hearts. These are going to be regular eyes. because he's a person. I have done hard eyes for some before. I think he's more of a smirk. Yeah. Now I'm just freehanding. This is a bad idea, perhaps. Oh, because he's wearing a poncho. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, that's a lie. This is meant to be the scene, very light Encanto spoilers, where he's holding the tray of food disguised as Dolores. But I will let him be his full self. And simply carry a plate as himself. Then add a little stack. Oh yes, perfect. I did have a similar stack of pancakes for breakfast today, which 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Our household has recently come into, we bought with money a griddle, which is excellent for many a thing, but particularly a pancake. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that little funk right there. Goodbye, funk. I'm gonna add a little layer of poncho in the back. Yeah, that's good. It's good, that's good. And then it's time for hair. I tried to make it as like vibrant and fun as his hair is, because like so much of it is watching it move, you know? I think I did okay. This makes it look like it's kind of tucked behind one ear. I'm gonna look at a reference image. His name has one L because that's how the language works. He does kind of have them tucked behind his ears. Okay. In that case, I want to add that. That looks nice. There he is. There's our boy. I am, of course, going to have those little reflections be looking down at the plate. Yeah, I do feel much better about this than like Om Nom. Still got surface pressure stuck in my head. Oh, not quite. This is not the stage to be doing this, however. However, consider that I want to. There you go. No. Not quite. I think that is sufficient. Yes. Okay. Now I get to the fun part. We're gonna go for, again, I think light brown is the Dolores and Camilo color that I used. No, that's not a... Oh, frickle frackle. Okay, so it's just gonna be his face, because I'm gonna use the white of his shirt for that arm part and just say that his hands are underneath the low plate. That's not what we want. I will say I picked the thickness for the watercolor and the paintbrush exactly one time. I think I messed around with it a little bit. But I just keep copying and pasting the file and then deleting all the stuff in it every time I want to do a new set of stuff. Which, again... Oh, his hair is also brown, isn't it? Oh, fudge. I've made an error. At least his boots are... Dark brown it is. Maybe just a brown. Yeah, I didn't realize how intimately acquainted y'all would become with my dumb naming method today. And here you are. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. Okay, we're gonna need to add a lot more. I'm trying to do like a circular motion. I might switch up the colors a bit later. We can get his sleeveys in white. I don't know, his whatever is this thingy in white, and that's the eraser. No white, just void. And we can get a light yellow going. Ah, yes. Here he is. Here's the boy. Totally unrelated, only vaguely boy adjacent. I'm gonna make this a silver platter so that it like contrasts a little bit, even though I'm pretty sure it was white in the scene. Polygon made a whole video about Baguette Boy from the Bioshock Infinite DLC. It was very adorable. The more I look at Baguette Boy, the more affection I have for Baguette Boy. The more I say Baguette Boy, the more affection I have for Baguette Boy. Baguette Boy. He's just a little boy dancing with a baguette above his head. It is hard to describe how much I appreciate Baguette Boy the more I learn about him. I've also just now realized that this hair adding situation did sort of get mucked up. With the power of smudge. Nope, not that much smudge. That's too big of a smudge. Yep. There we go. There, the smudge. See? It is the same. There he is. I feel like I'm missing a color. No, he's just a bright and smiley boy, and I don't think I've made him bright or smiley. Perhaps a round 2 will be necessary. Alright, and then the Bruno coloring. Oops. I do that little rat boy. Very cute. Oh, it's thinking. It's trying. Yeah, I attempted to do the little like poncho pattern that he has. It did not work. Sorry for the loud clicks. Before I switch to the color part, I am gonna add the shine. I'm very good at forgetting the shine until the last minute. Bruno! Alright. So Bruno definitely has like that dark brown. I posted this to various social medias a lot, but a truly shocking number of people have bought plush Brunos since I posted them, and particularly since I announced that my March Disney merch proceeds would be split between myself and Equality Florida, which you can find information for in the description below. But ever since that happened, there were just Brunos all... No. Thank you. Brunos everywhere. And so I've grown an affection for Brunos. Yeah, it's kind of a... I've grown an affection for Bruno the character. I've grown an affection for Bruno the song, for Bruno the concept, for Bruno the meme. He's just an icon. Alright, the rat will of course be gray. Whenever I think of gray rat, I think of Dark Souls 3. That's not how Gray Rat's name is spelled, but I didn't know that. I fully thought Gray Rat would be an actual rat. And he's kind of rat-like, but he's not a literal rat. I did get, I guess Dark Souls 3 spoilers, I did send Gray Rat to his death when I played, and it made me very sad. I shouldn't have done that, maybe. No. Here. Let's do, I think I used light green for the poncho. I'm going to do the collar part first, and then I'm going to add in the rest of it. So there's a little bit of color delineation, and it looks like an actual color and not just a little thingy I drew on. Plot twist, it is just a little thingy I drew on. Everything in here is just a little thingy. I do try to make big sections of a chibi like the poncho, because then it does allow me to get that like watercolor like you can kind of see the gradient and see the way that the texture looks. Excuse me. Stretch and drink break. Yeah, there he is. Alright, I'm gonna go back through in, I guess, the order I did them and see what I think So I think this Mirabelle looks pretty good. I can't get behind, unfortunately, the glasses thing. I think I am going to just grab black and yeah, that just fits better, unfortunately. I kind of wish it didn't, though. I need to think about this some more when I'm not being listened to directly. Isabel, I think, is still fun. The combing hair thing works cool. I do wish that the cacti had been movable, but alas. Dolores is still very fun. That little shift is great. Lisa's top tier. Look at that little face. I think I will add more expression to Camilo. We can do that presently, and then I can give you a little tour as we imagine has been the rest of the time. So here are all of his... Wow. Y'all love Camilo. A big cheesy smile, I think, is how we're gonna do it here. Because I've done like a big cheesy smile like that. Yeah. There he is. There's the boy. I think that's perfect. I think I would lighten up Mirabelle, like, because she's about the same tone as her sister, Isabel. And I went a little hard. Yeah, Mirabelle needs some editing. However, I do like everyone else, and that is fantastic. So I am gonna save these. Ta-da! And you can see my organized / inane filing system. Designs, and I'm gonna make stickers out of these. And that's gonna be very fun. I'm excited for stickers. I'm also calling it La Familia Madrigal, both because I like that better than Encanto and because I would like Disney to be nice to me. Will it happen? Probably not. However, an attempt. Alright, I'm going to save Mirabelle for later. Maybe I shouldn't have started with color. C'est la vie. It is also fun, like, watching them slowly pile up. Isabel Chibi. This is making me want to watch the movie again, which frankly I don't need. Oh, I think I'm going to erase that line, that like third line for her, because that's all bunched in there. We don't need it. There we go. I've added my little like logo signature thing on some of the ones I was sending out to D&D people, just so they can like feel comfortable sending, like posting them or using them as like profile pictures or whatever if they want to. Oh, I love that smile. So good. Excellent choice. But I'm not doing that with the ones I'm turning into stickers because I feel like it's annoying, but maybe I should. So that when people are like, where did you get that? They could be like, I don't know. Right here it says Janet T. Craftily. Why don't you Google Janet T. Craftily and maybe find her work? Yeah, Mirabelle. She's so cute. But she doesn't look like Mirabelle. Goodness gracious. I have a potentially dumb idea. Alright, this is the last thing I'm going to try to do for Mirabelle today. I think I'm going to try to color them in as if they're surrounded by like an outline. And maybe that'll give the illusion that I'm going for. Nope, not that brush. Maybe with watercolor. Okay. This is not as difficult as I thought it might be. Let's give the flowers a try. Yeah, because then it's not like adding another line that's like the black, but in a different color, because that sort of undoes. Yeah, the only thing is I think I would, it might be tough to just, I'm gonna make a copy just in case I totally botch it, to just like lighten her skin entirely, because that doesn't feel, yeah, because you can't highlight, but you can. Layer 9. Well, she doesn't have a mouth now, and that's a problem. But yeah, I was fully all like, and then I'll do that later. I'm not doing it later. I'm doing it now. So thank you all for joining me on this journey. All right, we're looking for Isabel. Tone. That's pretty good. Oh, I think it's because I started with a shadow. It doesn't entirely matter. Okay, so I still want to make it clear that her skin's darker than like my skin, for example. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here ta-da! Oh, I made a mistake. I made a terrible mistake. Okay, that's Mirabelle. Okay, I'm gonna put those all at once so that I don't totally mess it up if I ever have to. I'm gonna be Mirabelle 1. Come on, I believe in you. And then Mirabelle 2. Save a copy as. What I can do actually is make little stickers. Excuse me. So enjoy my background. Oop. Do need to. Alright, very cute, very cute. So what I'm going to do now, cancel, that is my full name, that's okay. And I will show you how I make my little stickers. Maybe even print a demo. Printer ink is expensive. I'm probably not going to print a demo. Oh boy. Canva's really taking its sweet time. Well, while Canva is taking its sweet time, I can show you. So here are all the digital art. I think La Familia Madrigal is good. So I can remove my little tilde at the beginning. That makes it so that it's not complete. Aha. Ooh, that probably was bad audio. I was about to hit the look at password thing. I'm a fool. I've had to delete this whole thing so no one hacks my Canva. Yeah, I've had a little bit of trouble with Canva logins just over the years of using it. But once you're in and once you're connected, it works great. It just isn't always connected. So let's look at my folders. Sticker print. Oh, thanks. So here are all of the sticker prints that I have. I'm going to use the Mandrake sticker print as a base just so that I can get the approximate right sizing for everyone. It's probably going to end up about 6 La Familiar. No. But I like to have about 3" by 3" stickers, and then if they're, you know, not a perfect circle, which is most of them, just fudge it a little bit to get about the same area. There was a while where I had my my Mothman stickers just very, very tall. It is very funny watching Canva try and figure out what exactly I'm looking for. Do you want flashcards? Do you want a math achievement? Do you want a calendar? La Familia. Actually, no, that's not where it goes. All designs. Pop culture. Here we go. So here's a Bruno. I'm gonna crop out. Oh, it's chugging. That's okay. I can be patient. I'm gonna crop the extra bit because we truly do not need it. But I don't need to be confused by it either. I'm gonna make Bruno a little bit shorter than the Mandrake with leaves. Okay, that feels right. It feels maybe a little bit more. Yep. Alright, and then I'm gonna do some copy paste to get the sizes for the others. Canva does have a really nice little thing where you can just drag something you've uploaded into a spot where another picture is, and then it'll autofill, which is great if you want, for example, like a thing of asexuals to turn into a thing of pansexuals, or something very similar like that. Okay, so Luis is definitely taller than Bruno. Oh, that little, like, shout-looking thing is gonna make life a little hard, but that's okay. It's very cute, so... Yeah, that's not bad. They kind of fit. I'm gonna make little Brunos to fill the space. Again, everyone loves Bruno. Maybe even a little bigger on Luisa. No. I think that's fine. So that's why I saved the other little mandrake guy. I usually do like little 1-inch stickers to fill the space on pages of stickers because I really don't like wasting sticker paper, both for like financial and planet reasons. So we might be able to fit a tiny Bruno. Just a little guy. Maybe 2 Bruno. 2 Bruno. 2 Furious? No. Just 1 Bruno. And then maybe 1 more Bruno. And then what I used to do is... Nope. I have a printer in this room that I would use sticker paper and then print it out on. That I realized my printer is not particularly efficient, shall we say, with its ink usage. And instead it is more advantageous to bring paper to a print shop and then get them printed there, which is kind of silly to me, but I do not want to comment. Thank you. Oh, I really want more Brunos, but that's okay. Ta-da! I'm gonna call this, La Familia Madrigal sticker print. And then, can I download this? I would like to download this, please. I do not want this. No, thank you. Can I share by downloading it? That would be great. Nice. Cool. That took less time than I was anticipating also. So I'm gonna bop in and see how y'all are doing. Okay, no complaints, no complaints. And I guess, since we have got a completed, beautiful sticker print for the entire Familia, I am probably going to end this stream a little bit early, because everything else would be very much a time filler of sorts. But thank you to all who tuned in today. Thank you for the Encanto fans who really came through in supporting Equality Florida in the month of March. In terms of announcements, I will be streaming next week, but my Etsy shop will not be live next week. I will be going on vacation mode in solidarity with other Etsy sellers who have been adversely affected by some of their policies. And you can read more about that. I think it's etsystrike.org, but I'm sure if you Google Etsy Strike, you will get more info. No disrespect to those who are not like gung-ho all in on that, but I think it would be a potential way to hold folks accountable for treating people who are in the position of being like in an employee-employer relationship accountable. So that is what I will be doing. I'm happy to answer questions about that or anything else on my social medias. Links are in the description and all that jazz. If you want stickers of some of these little guys, you will probably have to wait at least a week, but they will be there. If you want stickers sooner, you can DM me and I'll make it happen. But have a lovely rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Farewell.